Nebraska recruiting has been making some sneaky good moves over the past couple of days, locking down visits with some very high quality 4-star prospects. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a huge Husker recruiting update. Who are these visitors for the Big Red? What do they bring to the table? What other schools are in the mix? And everything else you need to know. So really quick, massive recruiting update. Hit that like button. If you're having a good Saturday, just hit that like button. And also, if you're a diehard Nebraska fan and you're unsubscribed, it would help me a lot. Please hit that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds for recruiting updates just like this every single day. For Nebraska football content, practice updates, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into it. Going over this Nebraska recruiting update, a bunch of guys have locked down visits to Lincoln over the past couple days. Some very high 4-star prospects and some underrated 3-stars. So let's just get things started with a brand new name that we have not discussed on the channel yet. He has announced that he will be visiting Nebraska in April. This is Luke Waffle coming in from New Jersey, one of the most coveted edge rushers in America, listed at about 6'6", 250 pounds. Every single offer you can imagine, whether that's from Tennessee, Texas, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. Every school has pretty much offered this guy. He honestly should be about a top 100 prospect in America. Nebraska, however, has made the cut to get him on a visit. He will be visiting Lincoln on April 5th. I just want to show you some of his highlights here that are posted by 24/7. I mean, this dude is a demon when you watch him on film, right? He kind of reminds me of Jack Sawyer, who played for Ohio State last year. Just a very physical edge rusher, good bull rush, good swim move. When he gets to the quarterback, he will never miss that tackle. So this is a very high quality player. Nebraska locks down a visit with him April 5th to see if they can persuade him. It's going to be an interesting recruiting process to watch here. But again, very physical edge rusher coming in from the East Coast. Nebraska, they don't get many East Coast players, but you want to know why we wanted E.J. Barthel back? E.J. Barthel is the reason Luke Waffle is coming on a visit, because he's our best East Coast recruiter. He's the one who offered Luke Waffle. Clearly, he's doing a good job. So shout out E.J. Barthel. He will be coming on campus April 5th. So that's the first name I want you to remember, edge rusher on that D line. Let's get to a couple tight ends who announced they will be visiting Nebraska. This is Luke Sorensen. Now, we talked about Luke Sorensen a little bit over the past couple weeks, and Nebraska had some interest here. He's been locking down official visits, and he has announced that Nebraska, he will be visiting them on June 28th. So that last official weekend period, he will be coming to Lincoln. Now, I know the recruiting rankings don't look phenomenal here. 600th best player in America. You know what? Let's just disregard these recruiting rankings. If there was a WilsonDittman recruiting ranking, I think this guy would be a top 200 player in America. I love his film. Again, he's physical, he can block, and he can catch. Usually when you're recruiting tight ends, they can do one or the other. They're either, great vertical threat guys, or they can block. They can't do both. He can do both. He's super athletic. He's big. He's 230 pounds, probably up to 240 at this point. So he can play from the very get-go. Don't take my word from it, though. Look at the offer list. Texas, Miami, Texas A&M, all those schools he's going to visit, but he will be visiting Nebraska June 28th. Keeping it with the tight ends, another guy who I'd say Nebraska is the favorite to land him. This is Lincoln Watkins coming out of Michigan. He announced he'll be visiting Nebraska June 22nd, which is going to be the Huskers' premier official weekend period. We got Raiola coming in there. We got these top wide receivers coming in here like Ryan Mosley. So that's going to be probably our best weekend of the summer is the 22nd. But this guy's a pure vertical threat. So super athletic, very fast, can stretch the field. He's about 6'4", right? 221 pounds. So got some good weight on him. And again, bunch of really good offers here. I'd say Nebraska right now is the favorite to get Lincoln Watkins. So would remember that name. So pair of tight ends there. Then I want to throw out a couple other guys here. We talked about Tank Key earlier this week. We talked about him visiting Nebraska. We have an official date for that. He will be visiting on April 26th. So that would have been the day that Nebraska would have played their spring game. We don't have a spring game, so he's probably there's going to be some sort of scrimmage. Whether that's open to the fans, I don't know, but that's going to be a big recruiting weekend for the Huskers as well. So April 26th, that's a Saturday, I believe. Watch out for Tank King, because he will be visiting. That's a top 100 linebacker, Levante David-esque, good at forcing fumbles, like this prospect a lot. One more guy I want to get to, we're just going to rapid fire here. Rex Waterman is a guy who Nebraska is going to land. Again, they are very high odds-on favorite to get him. 6'4", about 300 pounds, offensive tackle coming in from Arizona. Not a bunch of offers here, not great in the recruiting rankings. Duke, Arizona State, UCLA. So, I mean, he's decent. I watched him on film. I actually kind of like him in the pass pro a lot. Again, he doesn't incredibly impress you, but he's visiting Nebraska the 5th of April. He's visiting Nebraska time and time again. Would expect him to commit to the Huskers around that time. So Rex Waterman, feel good about the Huskers odds here. If they want him, they will get him. So those are the visitors. One last thing I want to put on your radar. We talked about Jet Tamala the other day, who was an in-state quarterback from Omaha who's been blown up recently. He got an offer from Missouri. That was yesterday. That's a pretty legit offer, man. Like, he's been picking up some good ones. You got Duke in there. You got Washington State in there. But this is the best one of the bunch. I'm telling you, if we get some more SEC offers from Jet Tamala, who's coming out of Omaha, I would not be shocked if Nebraska says, okay, maybe we have to see what this kid's about. I don't know. But something to keep an eye on here. I wouldn't be shocked if Nebraska takes 2 quarterbacks in this process, in this 26 class. If this guy keeps shooting up the recruiting rankings, again, he's one spot away from being a 4-star, and he got some good offers. Would not be shocked if Nebraska maybe kick the tires there and see what was going on. So, wanted to give you guys this quick recruiting update here on a Saturday. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with me today. Again, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts down below. What prospect do you want most in the 2026 class? Let me know in the comment section. Hey, if you made this far in the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go big red, go Matt Rhule, and see you in the next one.